ask you this. Some people say that you are a difficult person, and and also that you like to surround yourself with minions rather than people who are your peers, because you always want to be primus inter pares.
Yeah.
People don't know you. Tell us who you are, and whether you think what it is about you that make people say that.
I don't know. You were my friend, and you are my friend. And Kate, you saw me when I was GBC. I'm the type I will even take. You remember, sometimes you used to even get angry with me. Take the plate of some of the seniors and go and wash it for them. They would send me to go and buy food for them, and I'll buy it for them. So I gave them every respect that I have to. Some of them, I could go to their homes to do stuff for them. But I guess I'm the type that I will not let you see me break. Or you see me break today, tomorrow I'm up. You know, I'm the type everybody from the security guy to everybody. You remember Atta, the cleaner, you know, he will come to me, and I played with everybody. I know where I'm coming from. I don't have airs around me. I'm not arrogant. And so when you come around me, or I come around you, and you want to do that, I'll quietly find my small corner and go and play with people I want to play with, or people who want to accept me. As for difficult, yes, I'm a difficult person, because I will not let you walk over me. I know where I am coming from.
Hello and welcome, 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 welcome to the Standpoint, where the feminine side of issues are projected. Today we are continuing our conversation from last week. I'm sure you enjoyed it, and the nuggets of kokonsa that we gave you, we were serving it hot, 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 hot. The conversation is continuing, and we are talking about Gifty Auntie's experiences in the media, her successes, her failures, what she has been up to, her journey as a mother, my journey as a mother, and some of the challenges, her marriage, and how we gossiped about it and said it was over the top, and now we said, hey, and then and all those things. You know how we do it. So we are here, and I'm asking her from the horse's own mouth, who is Oheneyere Gifty Nana Dansua Auntie? And she's been telling us, and I am ready to share that with you. So stay with us.
Hey, I've made my meter. Anyway, welcome back to the Standpoint. Hey, host attend, guest attend, well, let me say thank you to Liran Collections for my dress. My hair is by Inshilo G8 and styled by Michelin's Mirror. Makeup products always by Notes Cosmetics and beautifully applied by Makeup by Teiba. My beads by Matilda Hood Couture. And yeah, this is the Standpoint. And I hand myself over to the madam.
I'd like to say something. And I'd like to tell you that I am incredibly proud of you. You have been amazing. I have watched your journey directly and indirectly. I've seen you struggle, because I know, I can tell, because I've been there when somebody's struggling, and I've seen you succeed, and I've seen you swim against the tide. And for me, that is how somebody earns my respect. You've been very hardworking. I know what a giving person you are, and I know people take advantage of that. So I'm coming to warn you to stop doing that. But as you celebrate 25 years in the media, I like to say, I echo to you. You've done an amazing job. I am very proud of you. And I know that, and you fought against facility. That's something we can talk about. Stigmatization, I've not married at an early age. People saying that she got what she got because people gave her. These are things that would break a person. They didn't break you. And so I'm incredibly proud of you. I know you are not retiring at 60. Unlike me, who can't wait for 60, so I can come and sit down and drink my champagne and watch you people on TV. And write silly books, maybe. But yeah, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to come. I know people are going to say, hey, can you imagine? Do you know that's going to happen? People will say, hey, so will she tell her what I said?
What I said, people are going to panic.
People will say, will she tell her what I said?
No, I won't tell her. She won't tell me. I won't tell me.
I won't tell. But yes, I'm very happy to see you
Yeah,
doing
and
well.
I'm also so proud of you, really proud of you. You've held your own. I know it hasn't been easy, but you've held your own. You know, you've really made me proud.
Oh,
you know,
so
you've made me
everybody's
proud.
proud.
Yes, I'm proud of you, and I always.
Do you want a hug?
I need a huge
Oh. You see, I'm taller than her. I'm even bigger than her. And she says she's what? Atia Donku. I didn't have to.
Then I wish I know. Me some papa I wish I say I didn't out of him. Now because I say you're taller than me then I want to say what here do.
Oh, let me see if I can lift her up. She's as heavy as a mule. Yes, but yeah. So here's my little sister 10, big sister 10, everything.
Your little sister.
And Nana, I'm very proud of you. I'm the only one who calls her that. You people should call her Ohinire.
I'm the people.
You know how they say that, or Iniyele. So yeah, I'm very proud of you. 25 years. Even if was a child, she'll be getting ready to get married. So yeah, you've done an amazing job. Nobody can tell you otherwise. The sky is your limit.
Thank you so much, and I'm proud of you too. And thank you for coming, and thank you for turning this program into something else. I had it planned, but it was only this one who will come and turn everything. Can't change it all. Have you ever seen this happen on the standpoint before? Anyway, thank you so much. And I really hope that people have learned lessons from it, you know. I think people have gotten to know me better. People get to know you better. And please, you have to come again so that I will also
No, in fact, I didn't ask you the question in chronological order. So yes. I think we should have a sit down.
Yeah.
Where it will be just me asking you questions that people are afraid to ask you.
Native questions that will be some baby.
And you know, I need to ask you. And where can I say, where can I say, uye law. It can be all the alterum partum. Listen to the other side. Into that fede, it's my turn to get you. Oh, I have a law degree. Excuse you.
Hello, girl.
And basically, you know, just so that you can, you know, tell people who you are. There's so much negativity when somebody is doing well and the person is genuinely trying. And I tell people that, look, you don't know her. What's her middle name? On what day was she born? What's her favorite food? If you can answer these questions, what makes her happy? What makes her cry? Do you know what can get her angry? Do you know what she likes?
What's amazing about you meet these same people and they will tell you about, oh, we have heard, hey, now you're doing well though. Hey,
you spoke about something about somebody who who probably doesn't like you, but who acts like they like you. And things like that irk me because I don't like that. And people should learn from, you know, people doing that. Because they spoil beautiful relationships.
But the bottom line is, you know, we will always have such people around us. Unfortunately, sometimes it will take a long time before we get to know who they are and what they really mean, you know. But we just have to make sure that it doesn't break us. Or even if it breaks us, it doesn't destroy us. You know, it doesn't destroy us. Always have to pick yourself up. Okay, Pacho, say Obiba. Obia, today I've met my meter. Obia on the master. Hey, Randy Jesus Christ.
Hey, what's this? If you people don't know, what's this? Let me see.
That would imagine. This is a dice.
Now where is it?
This game, yes, called Game of Life. It's a Christian game or a family game. Let me do it.
Ganyobi.
Okay. Which one is my camera? How does it work? So what do you do with it?
Kate, let him teach you that.
Okay, so it's like a...
It's like a snakes and ladder, but this one, no, we don't use. We use the bigger one. The bigger one.
So where you land, no, gossip.
So it has been designed like from salvation to heaven. That is holiness.
Okay.
So you have to when you receive Christ, your destination is to get to.
Let me turn it this way so the camera can get it. So this is where the salvation is. And you go through all the greed and the struggles, hatred, indecent talk, murder, understanding, faithfulness, and then the papa, envy, and also wisdom, joy, fear, idolatry, fornication, kindness, which is a good thing. Now, she gave me just one dress, so I have to get one more. Cybercrime, disobedience, and after disobedience, I now got 96. Now I can move to goodness. And if you are after disobedience, then you move to goodness. Then why should pride be here? This thing needs to be done in a chronological order. Because I can't do heaven.
Now she's redesigning.
But the good thing is that when you reach heaven, you should have achieved holiness.
Holiness. Yes. Without holiness, no one can see God.
We will see God by the grace of God, by the blood that was shed for us on Calvary Cross.
Hallelujah. Amen. Preach on. Amen. Preach on, sister. Preach on, sister.
Oh, the big one of the same thing.
The big one.
Okay,
yeah.
So this is like the banner that can be used.
Yes.
A form.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say when you have like the big games and things that, you know, people come, like when you do your outreach with the Dumasa kids, we can take this there.
This is meant.
When I get there with my dual concept, we'll take over.
Now you're critical.
Then we'll play, and then everything will be fine. So, you know, that's, you know, the essence of what we are talking about, you know.
So, but who do you ask him who he is and why he's giving it to us?
Why are you giving it to us?
So we have this one also. This one comes with the scriptures of every word in the box.
Oh, okay.
And the meaning
of Isaiah 12:6, for instance, is about joy. And it says, a feeling of great pleasure and happiness.
Yes.
All right. Okay. You see how it works? This is the game. It comes with the dice. And then these are the quotations for the various stages of the game. And every quotation here has a theme. So you have gossip, you have pornography. Pornography for normal, Galatians 5:16. Printed or visual material containing the explicit description or display of sexual organs or activity intended to stimulate sexual excitement. It's emotion. Now you tell us about yourself.
Okay, I'm Pastor Michael from Kumasi CCC, Calvary Charismatic Center. So we developed this game for schools, Sunday schools, and churches, so that they will be able to know that Christianity starts from salvation and ends at heaven. That is holiness. So the main purpose for this game is that the children will know what to do and what not to do in life. So that is the purpose of the game.
So if people want to order some, where do they get it from?
So now we do, we put our numbers out there so that whoever that needs it calls us, then we send it to you. So we do, let's say, door to door, or when you call us, we can just bring it to you through maybe STC or any
and so what's the number?
So the number is 0242 35 9137. 0242 35 9137. So this one was customized for
the standpoint.
For the I think Dumasa.
Very good. You see, I'm a prophetess because you know I said Dumasa without even seeing the thing.
Yes. So it has been customized for Dumasa reading projects.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless
you. Thank you.
Why?
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, Pastor Mike. So
we'll play this on the small scale and this on the big
scale. Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. At this juncture, we have to take a break and acknowledge the sponsors. And I say thank you to Juice Time 100% fruit juices, Away Purified Mineral Water, and Puma Drinks by Casa Preco Company Limited. Thank you to Stunning Floral and Decor for our plants, and then of course to Fina Decor for the Christmas decoration, you know, mini Christmas decorations that we are having on the set. We're so grateful to her. Thank you to House of Food, Auntie Vera, always being there for us. Thank you. This Christmas, please go and order your food. And hey, is the brother around?
Brother is around, but Auntie Vera cry. I know her. She's been giving me food small.
Hey,
she's been bribing me small.
I also like to say thank you to your cleaning services who take care of our environment. This is my sister. I saw she's that restaurant before. She's done this. Hey, I said she said Senegalese restaurant or Ghana, whatever it is. Anyway, we'd like to say thank you to all our sponsors. We'll be back. Welcome back to the standpoint where I have been put on a hot seat. Madam will take over as usual. How have you been?
I've been okay. Some days are better than others. I've been okay. I've been good. Actually, I've been blessed. I've been doing a lot of schooling. I've been working too. And I have two very, very, very beautiful sons, you know. Your children too. So, yeah, I think that's the most important thing that I have been doing, you know.
And you've been in Parliament. You've been that Director for Public Affairs. Are you happy with it? Is that where you want to be? What's the bigger picture?
It's not a yes or no answer because it's a blessing. Because, I mean, the entire Ghana, and you are the only person that's got that opportunity for that unique position. You have to show some gratitude. You have to be happy with it. Is this where I think is my terminal point? No. I can see myself doing bigger, better things. And I don't know exactly what direction God is going to take me. But I know he will take me into a direction. And I know that feeling when I start having it, that, look, something is about to happen.
What is this passion you have with going to school and acquiring certificates and degrees? What makes you keep going?
I think it's to satisfy a need when I have it. For instance, when my first major one was the Masters in International Communications. But when I started working at Parliament, I realized that for me to excel, I needed to have a knowledge in public administration. Because it was an administrative position. And you know, when you work in the media, what you don't get is administrative skills. And even self-management skills. Because I went from being told that, oh, Kate, you're putting on weight, go to the gym, and being given even clothes to wear. I mean, if you needed to read it, you came to work and then your dress was there. The producer worried more than you about your appearance. So it didn't put certain things in perspective for you. But when I went to Parliament, I found that, hey, so I needed to go to school to get a degree to be relevant. And then also, as I went along and I started climbing in the ladder, I found that one of the things I needed was legal education because you needed to understand laws. You needed to know what is being talked about. For instance, when you take a particular provision, you need to know why that provision is there, what it's doing, and all those things. So that also made me study law. But as for this last one, I think it's
the
just...
PhD?
Oh, mommy. I think it's just a self-actualization. You know, I think it's something that I'm doing because I think maybe, just maybe, when I'm old and senile, I might be confusing some people trying to get a master's degree somewhere by teaching them. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, teacher Kate!
Me too, they're rough.
Now, you became a parent much earlier, than me. How old are they now?
13 going
Can
on
you
45.
believe that they are teenagers? 13
going on 45. Yes, but then again, not to change the tone of the conversation because this can't be serious. You remember when I had them? Nana, you are just a crazy human being. Yeah, but when I had my babies and she came and visited, we will talk about something after this because you keep reminding me. My baby they were like 2 or 3 weeks, and I had this curtain covering an AC vent that had been removed. And the first thing you said is, now, I'm like, you've come to visit. First thing you said the curtain has dust in it. Is it fine? Yes. But you see, I said that to show you guys that although we're not always in the public space, we're not out of each other's lives. So she came and she did that. And when, fast forward, last month when my son was not when he got into the accident and you called him, I said, that's your other mother. I said, Mommy, you always say Auntie Nana is our other mother, but we don't see her. I said, you don't have to see her every day for her to be your other mother. And so when I said I was coming,
he was right. No, he's right.
And when I said I was coming, Mommy, are you sure that you are not having a phantom other mother? I said, oh, how can you say I have an imaginary other mother? Yes, but yes. Yes, I
but how has mothering been been like for you?
I think it's the most important job that I have ever been given.
Did it calm you down? Did it change you?
In fact, it made me even wilder than the word wild. Because the kids are way smarter than us. They are more vociferous. They are more likely to say what they are thinking than all of us. I mean, hey, look at Enunyam, 5-year-old going on 6. She would tell you something that you'll be thinking about
Even
for
today.
So motherhood is a blessing. And again, it's a whole story that can be told.
Yeah.
Because of, and it's strange how our stories are even identical.
Yeah.
But that made it more relevant for me as a person. And I remember the day that my children were born. I was like, are these my children? Why did God decide to do this?
Yeah.
Me, Kate, that everybody said I couldn't do anything.
And so, he didn't just give it, he gave you twins.
And so I would go to their room and put my hand under their nose to see if they were breathing. And they were such quiet babies. So sometimes I'm like, why are these people so quiet? Like, because I was told babies cry a lot. So why are they not crying? And then when they started, okay, so after they decided that, okay, maybe she likes noise, then the noise started. And then it's been from one learning experience to the other, to the other, to the other. And now already we are the teenage years where they don't think I know anything. And anything I say, they question. And, it's just amazing watching them grow into such responsible young adults.
How did you feel when you heard that I'd given birth?
Did
you hear of my pregnancy?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Who told you?
I was actually supposed to bring something for the baby shower. And you didn't show up at the baby shower. I mean, how you do these things, I don't understand.
I didn't do what they were bringing me to work. I was coming to work. I didn't even know there was a baby. And then suddenly, that your daughter in Unyam decided to do her thing. Everybody thought she was coming that day.
Oh.
So I was detained at the hospital.
I mean, obviously, there were reports in the media that she's pregnant and all those things and everything. And again, people were saying, hey, she's not really pregnant. Oh, Ghana.
She's pretending. She can't get pregnant.
So at the baby shower, I got a call from one of the people that we both know.
Yeah.
They said, oh, we are planning this. What do you think she likes? So I told, and again, why would anybody call me?
You and ask you,
so
of course, because they know.
I told them that, oh, this is what I think she would like. I said, okay. Can you bring? I said, okay, I'm working. But here's what will happen. When she's about to get there, let me know. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, no show.
Right?
And so that didn't materialize. And then when she was born, everybody is coming to see her. But that was a time when I cannot talk about what was going on, but what was going on wasn't good for me. And so I was in a dark spot. And so I wasn't able to come and see her. But yes, it was one of the stories that when Enunyam again is my daughter because
of course
it's one of the stories that humbles me every day. Because Nana, and I know that nobody expected that to happen.
No.
Nobody expected. And I was telling them, again, something I can't say, but if you remember when you were 26, something happened. And we knew that it was going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Both of us knew. I don't know if you remember, but something. And we knew that if it got there, if the grace of God doesn't come into the equation, it was going to be difficult.
No, I mean, in my books, and I've said it several times.
I haven't read any of the books. I don't intend to read them.
But I've said it on several times that doctors said it wasn't going to happen.
Exactly.
Doctors wrote me off that. I mean, most doctors, but it took, my doctor, Dr. Padaite, who said that, listen, let's try. Let's try because everything is possible and God is so thought my womb was okay, and then it happened, but this another baby shower, some people think that I intentionally didn't turn up, and it's one of the things that, me, I like celebrations, I like fun, it's one of the things that I'll say that I will always miss, that I didn't get the opportunity to have baby shower.
You were even lucky that all those things were happening for you. Ask me about whether I even had energy or even was up to anything like baby shower. Please.
But I'll miss it that I never had a baby shower. And I've said it before, my wedding day, the cake didn't turn up, so I didn't get to cut a cake on my wedding. There's so many things but these things, when you think about it, all you put it together, and it strengthens you to know that, listen, you can't have it all. The little things that you get to be happy about, Kate, you happy yourself about it. As for the things that people will say, what have been said? I tell young people that they are being talked about on social media. We used to be cartoon in newspapers.
I'm telling you, front page.
First page. You know,
and that's for posterity. Still, the papers are still alive for people to pick. But you see, again, I want to make this about you because celebrating you, people they downplay what you have done. But whether people want to accept it or not, I think you've done an amazing job, and you've been a trailblazer for people who have tried to walk in your shoes. You must have something to tell the young news readers that are in vogue at the moment.
Well, maybe when we meet on 23rd, we'll have that conversation. But what I'll keep telling them is that, listen, we invested in ourselves. Even those years, the late 90s and 2000, we invested in ourselves. We added value to ourselves, even in our appearance. All that we were given was just the clothes.
The clothes.
Our makeup, our jewelry, whatever it is. We had to,
them ourselves.
you know, sometimes we have to swap. You know, when I wear mine this week, next week I'll take hers, and then she'll take one that we sweat. We'll go and do our hair. Every time we try to be dynamic and have something exciting and interesting about us. We learned too. We took criticism in good faith. You know, sometimes we'll go and hide and then show the people in our head. But, you know, but we took it in good faith and we learned from it. Those days after news, you come and sit by the phone. And if Mrs. Ademola doesn't call, or Auntie Roberta doesn't call, you
Mama
know,
Lou may call.
You know, if you are not called to, you know, be corrected or to, you know, criticize, you say, thank you, Lord. If you take it,
I was going to tease you. I'll tease you. But do you remember the times when we also got arrested? I think you got arrested more times than I did.
From the breakfast show. Hey! People cause us trouble. Some of these people, these days, they are in positions of authority. When you call your guy, they won't pick up. They won't answer your call.
I remember.
We suffered.
I remember once I went to the presidency, and I think up to now, I think the president at the time intentionally decided that I was you.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I remember. Yes.
And then, hey, that day,
you suffered.
I said, hey. So yeah, but talking about investing, this thing has to be light. Do you remember once at GIJ, a certain man who was doing some music video came and said, "Oh, but you will some mama video." Do you remember that one? And you came to the GDA place. Very understand. I don't know why it's one. So, imagine the man said I should come and dance, and the music was about Anentuo.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And when somebody said,
"Oh boy,"
somebody opened the newsroom and said, "No, Pacho, so Adezoa didn't come, so come and do a can drama." Do you remember these things? So they came to call you. They came to call you.
They don't know the journey that we have traveled.
They came to call you to go and do a can
drama. It is well. But I'm so glad that we've had this conversation.
So the books.
Yeah.
Five.
I have 5
what
of them.
What is inspiring?
A bit of you, the best of you, 50 nuggets at 50, room 5005 during my COVID period,
time.
And then Broken but Beautiful.
Do you get saturated? Does it get to the point where it's becoming repetitive? Because 5 books in such a short time.
No, I'm actually writing. I have about 3 more that I had to, God willing, next day. Either because it's all about something different. You know, it's always something different aspect of it. I have, you know, one that I'm writing on, you know, my 25 years in media. The title is 25 years in media. Mm-hmm. And then I have the Black Charlotte. Black Charlotte is about me being a late bloomer. Some of the challenges I went through being, you know, an older mother with my menopause. I'm full menopause.
Wow, look.
Menopause.
When we are talking serious matter. Please, she's not menopause. If she's on her own. Because I'm just turning 25.
You know, so every time it's not repetitive at all.
It's not repetitive.
No, but it's all inspirational. All my books are inspirational.
Is it true that you use ghost writers?
No, I write myself. I've never used a
So
ghostwriter.
shit.
I write, but I tell people my phone. If I give you all the books are on my phone, I write it on my phone.
I know your language, so I would know when I read the book.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. You will know that this is Nana. When you read it, I write all my books on my phone. Every time. Just bits and pieces, then I put it together. If I give you my phone right now, you see about 4 or 5 new topics. I've written some, I've written half. Others I've written quarter. Others are almost done. I'm writing a children's book, Tales from the Palace. Not because of the Edumasa Palace, but, just, like a princess diary kind of thing. I have that written. I write everything myself.
Let's hold this thought. Today we are looking at the feminine side of things on the standpoint. We will be right back. Please stay with us. So welcome back to the standpoint where the feminine side of issues are always illuminated and brought to the fore. Today, my guest is the one and only Oheneyiri Gifty Auntie. Today, we are having a conversation about, her journey, 25 years down the line, what she's done, what she's been up to, her ups and downs, and all the good things and the bad things that have happened to her. How does it feel being the mother of a real-life princess?
I don't think it makes it only makes difference when I go to Akwemufie. Because she was named after the Paramount Queen Mother. Yeah. So then there are a lot of instructions, and you don't do this to her, you don't do that, you do that. But when we come home,
that one day. But the other day she was drilling you couldn't do anything about the homework thing. And when she said she wouldn't spell the thing.
Yeah, she's just like her auntie.
But
she's just her auntie.
Way smarter
but
than
Yeah, but I try to make her as normal. To live a normal life, as possible. Because
that coupled, her being coming from a royal family, and being a rainbow baby, people tend to, be more attentive to people, to children who we have when we are much older.
Yeah.
Do you feel like she's like an egg that will break when you drop it?
I have my fears, and I'm always anxious. I'm always confused, because I remember a few people, Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi, telling me, men saying, don't spoil her. Don't think that she's your only child, and that's so you do know. So I'm always caught in between when to be sometimes really hard on her. Then I'll go and cry because I feel I've been unfair to her. I've been too hard, and sometimes I feel I'm being too soft. I'm still learning. It's really confused. Sometimes she's just sleeping, and I'll just pull her under my armpit and hold her, tight, and especially when I feel I haven't seen her the whole day, and she's sleeping. But when she wakes up, we are fighting, and I'm shouting, and I'm dying this, and she's
does she take advantage of you?
Oh yeah. She just knows how to. Then she'll come and give me a kiss, mommy. I love you. Oh, mommy, I love you. Then I love you. So leave me alone. Then she also say, she's at that age that she does that. But I'm having a tough time with parenting. I'm just, because as you rightly said, I'm trying to find that fine line, fine balance of, soft parenting, but also making sure that she doesn't go, over the top, because she's a smart kid, and she's always pushing the boundaries. She's always testing you to see what she can get away with and what she can't get away with. So it's tough. It's tough.
And your children at work, I see that, when I walked in, I could read the environment, I could read the room. How are you balancing being a boss and a mother? Because
I'm not doing well at all. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not doing well at all. I'm not finding a fine balance between a mother and... I think they all see me as a mother more than a boss.
How does that affect the business side of things?
So I always tell them that if you see me as a mother, then you take this as a family business. So you go all out, you commit to it, and you do your best for it. And I just thank God that most of the people, I've had some terrible ones, but most of the people who have passed through my hands, all of them, even those who go, still come back. You see, there are 2 ladies there, Priska and Asantua. Asantwa did her service. She's no more here. But anytime we have a recording, she'll come. Priska came to do internship, and she left. But anytime we have a recording, you know, she would come. I have Pearl, who was my PA. She left. But anything I need, I'll call her, Pearl, write this letter for, do this, and she will do it. Or she'll call me, Mommy, this thing is coming. What are we doing? Do that. I mean, so everybody, I try to let them know that we are all part of this. No matter, like, we can never take GBC out of our story.
No.
You know, wherever we go, we always...
That's the starting point.
That's the part.
But let me ask you, how expensive is today's media? I mean,
it's
production.
Very expensive. Production is expensive. You see them here; they are looking for increment. Last recording, you can't talk about her. And they say after and then you meeting. They want increment. It's so expensive, and sometimes you understand too because things are tough. Things are hard now. So, obia penkin. But the thing is, Kate, sponsorship is tough.
Difficult. Yeah.
Especially with what I do. You know, there are things that we talk about that doesn't make people comfortable. So they don't put their money in there. There are people who do not also, though they know your program is good, they don't like you as a person. And so they will not come and sponsor. So it's tough. But it's been by the grace of God that 14 years we are still going. Together. How far will God take us? I don't know. It's in
fact, talking about how far God will take you, I was going to say that maybe is it not time you did other things like probably adding more production to what you're doing?
That's something that we are also thinking about because I have the space. And so next year, we hope to, because we have our equipment and all that, we hope to introduce other programs because they are all cost intensive. So I'm thinking about producing other programs that I will not be hosting, you know, getting other people to host and see how it goes. But for the meantime, you know, in the meantime, and for now, I get overwhelmed with all that I do, you know, for the weekend, like end of October, it was back-to-back programs of going out, speaking engagements and going to places and doing work and doing the worship program and all that. Sometimes I get overwhelmed, but I get into a point where I know that I need to bring a team together. That will do other productions where I just sit and advise and give directions, and they take the program and run with it. So you were right. It's about time.
So before we round up, I am emphasizing this on this because I think I'm the only one who will speak to you on this matter. Please, the people who say you are this and that and that, please, from the horse's own mouth, tell them what you are. That's nana tell them who you are so that they will know that the Ohini that we see dressed up, or that we see going to gym claiming that she wears. There are people who have been adjusting.
They pay you.
Adjusting the scale. I will go there, but yeah, they see your public persona. Please, as we round up and as you sign off, tell them who you are.
Well, I've had a lot of people who, when they come close to me and said, "Oh, you are not what I thought you were," or "You are not what they said you are." I am a very simple person. You know, I love people. I love to play a lot. I don't like people. I'm a very grateful person, and I dislike ingratitude. I don't let anybody put me down. I was not born confident. I learned to be confident, and I've been through a lot in life. I've really struggled to get to where I am. So though I know I'm not at my peak yet, I hope to achieve more. I'm very protective of where I've come from and where I am today, and will not let anybody put me down. I'm very emotional, very passionate person. I easily get hurt, but I'm also very forgiving. I believe in giving people chances. I may forgive you, but I will keep you at a distance. When I'm really, really hurt, I go off, I keep quiet, as she knows. I'll keep quiet, I won't say anything. But when I'm fighting with you, talking it, then you know that just after that is gone. It don't go anywhere. But when I'm really quiet, then you know that this one, there's trouble. But I'm a very fun-loving person. I mean, I'm a crazy woman, you know. I just do what I have to do. Sometimes I do it after doing it. I regret, but I've done it anyway. And I'm the person who believes that whatever mistakes I make, I need to learn from it. Because as I've grown older, I've realized that carrying regret is so heavy.
Yeah.
Carrying regret is so heavy and can destroy you. So I've learned to forgive myself. I've learned to let the past go, and every time look for what I can do next, what I can correct and what I can't correct. But I'm learning. And some years ago, I would have worn bikini cry, but
I've never seen you. She's lying. She wouldn't wear any bikini. Yeah. When you start, why are you doing that? You won't wear any bikini.
But
Yeah.
this is me. People say, oh, refusing that. I'm not refusing to grow. I'm just enjoying my journey. I'm just enjoying my life because having had it easy. You know, like in Feko party that. Having had a birthday party.
I did a party, Mom.
Having had a birthday party
We'll
before.
do one next
Do
year.
one for me next
I'll
year.
do
right?
one for you next year.
Okay.
You know me, I like parties.
Yeah.
You know, we are going to go. Your story should inspire young people.
Yeah.
There are people who are looking up to you. I saw the TikTok challenge of people, and sometimes it's fun, sometimes you feel flattered.
Yeah.
But it is burdensome when somebody wants to be
like you.
So for those people, what do you have for them? And for people who, two questions, one, people who see you always dressed nice on TV, on social media, and assume that every day, 24/7, your life is a bed of roses. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I'll tell them that I didn't just get here. It's been hard work. It's been mistakes. It's been a journey of failures. It's been a journey of pain, disappointment. But I've always stayed focused with the help of friends, with the help of, you know, mentors and people who I look up to, and people like Kate we started, you know, together. And sometimes, though, I would not tell her I'd made it. I just like, you know, wonder, okay, so what is Kate thinking about me? Is she proud of what I'm doing, and kind of thing? Is my father proud of what I'm doing?
Of course.
It always goes through your mind, you know. So you don't have to give up easily. You don't expect that things will go easy. I have scars. When you look at my legs, the travels that we have traveled,
No, you see,
and
those,
the scars,
you know,
scars
those
on my
are,
leg.
you can zoom in, yes.
Yeah.
But those are physical
scars,
scars.
but they are
But the
emotional.
emotional scars are the ones that
I tell people, Kate, you know it. I'm a broken woman trying her best to live, to touch lives and to impact lives. I have so many brokenness. I have so many things. I mean, I have so many wounds that are still bleeding, but I'm still moving. There are some that are healed, but the scars remind me all the time. And there are some too that are fresh, that are within. But every day, I tell myself that I can't stay here. I have to keep moving. I have to try and be happy. Happiness is very important to me because I've struggled a lot. I remember one of the things I told my, conditions I gave my, you know, husband before I said yes. I told him that, listen, me, I've suffered in life. I've come from a very tough journey. He's come from an affluent family of where they had everything. Me, I didn't have it like that. But all that I stayed all this while without getting married, not because I couldn't get anybody to marry me, but being happy meant a lot to me. And it still means a lot to me. And also, I don't want anybody who stand between me and my progress, my journey and my profession, because okay, that is all I have. That quite recently, I mean, you sent me, as I wrote on my status that, you know, for even adult orphans, we feel it.
I know.
Sometimes you feel, I feel so alone.
I know.
Especially since you abandoned me. You know, you feel so alone. You know, you are out there. Everybody is craving for you. Everybody is reaching out to you and drawing from you. And then you go back and you feel so empty, so drained. You know, I'll wrap up with this. On 21st, you remember 21st, and that award is that Global Business, I went to receive the award. And it's so nice when they said, well, youth icon of the decade. It's so, but the following day, I woke up and I was crying. I felt so empty. And sometimes you just don't know what is going on. But then everything you've been through in the past just come crushing you. I go through all that. But every time, like the Bible says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. or sometimes I call somebody, people I call my Elizabeth, and say that this is it. And I will cry, and then I wipe my face, and then go.
You move on.
It is not rosy. Life is not easy. We all have our scars. We all have our pains. As I sit here, when she's going, she'll give me a check for 5,000 because I'm broke. She'll say, "Hey,
me. Check about Twitch or here.
You know, but life goes on one day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time. Low moments, high moments. Yeah. We move.
So on that rather somber note, we celebrate Ohini Gifty Auntie at 25 in the media. She's done amazing. She hasn't been. Nobody's a perfect human being, but our imperfections make us perfect. And so I should have brought champagne so that we would have drunk to the next 25 years of the media. Because this one, she's not retiring at any time soon. Yeah, so yeah. And so our takeaway is that you may be broken, but you can't be beautiful. I think it's the title of your book.
Broken but beautiful.
So you may be broken, but you can't be beautiful. Life is not a bed of roses, and even roses do have thorns. And so look up to them, the female icons who are doing well. She's an amazing person, but chart your own path and be your own person. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you next week on The Standpoint, where we listen to the feminine side of things.
Well, I've said it before, and I'll never stop saying it. Every girl, every lady, every woman needs her tribe of women. Every girl needs a sister. Every girl or every woman needs an Elizabeth, somebody who they can really talk to and bear themselves, you know, without feeling that they'll be judged. But people can really be terrible. People somehow, or some people, hate to see anything that works, that looks good, that looks happy, that looks exciting. And so they'll always throw things at you. It happens in families, between two blood sisters, between mother and daughter, between friends, between work colleagues. Lots of things happen. You see, there are things that sometimes you have to let go. There are people in our life, sometimes we just have to let go. But there are people too we have to fight for. We need to be humble enough. We need to be discerning enough to fight for to stay. Yet we'll get angry, we'll fight, we'll get disappointed, feel betrayed. The most important thing is we learn from our mistakes and we don't let it become regrets. Because they only become regrets when we don't do anything about it or we don't learn anything about it. And as I said during the program, carrying regret is just too heavy. And it will weigh you down, especially in your older age. So as we get to the end of the year, as we prepare, you know, to enter or go into a new year, celebrate Christmas, who have you let go that you know you really want to fight for? You know they are worth fighting for, reaching out and talking things through. Who are you holding on to that you know you have to let go? I remain a woman with super crazy faith in God, but I know God has given us wisdom. May He bless us with enough wisdom to know who to let go and who to hold on to and who to fight for, who to forgive and draw close to us, and who to forgive and let go. I don't know if it's too early to say Merry Christmas, but I'm a Christmas girl. I love Christmas. I still am God's favorite little girl, baby girl. And I just wish you well. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. I wish you God's protection and God's blessings. See you same time next week. Bye for now. Mwah.